This is the best thermal scope for coyote hunting in 2026. It's the brand new ThOR 6 LRF 640 by 512 with a 3:24 zoom. I just got my hands on it, and in this video, I'm going to show you why nothing else comes close. This is the brand new ATN ThOR 6 640 by 512 with a 3:24 zoom. Let's see what the best thermal scope for coyote hunting in 2026 actually comes with. Here's the truth, fellas. I think unboxings are really dumb. I think most of you think unboxings are really dumb. Truth being, if I have to explain to you everything that's in that box, I want you to put it back in there, ship it back and get your money, and pick up golf, because you probably shouldn't be operating a firearm in the dark. For the rest of you that figured it out, got the scope to this point, this is what you get. The scope itself. You get two 18650 batteries. You get a charger. You get a USB-C cable to charge those batteries. There is a heat-sensitive target in there for zeroing this bad boy. That comes in really handy. If you happen to burn through that and you still need a target, use a little hot hands pack and just shake it. Works really well. Another thing I want to show you right off the bat, because this is new. This internal 18650 that you can swap out on the fly is a secondary battery source. There's an internal battery that charges as well. But that 18650, you can go on the fly and you're never going to run out. I've hunted with this now multiple times, all night long, never gone through both batteries. So now that all that simple stuff's out of the way, let's get to the important part. This bad boy right here. Let's break this thing down, show you the simple stuff that's going to make it way better than anything you've used in the past. And I'm telling you that as somebody who has shot every ThOR that they have come out with, this is a completely different animal. I'm going to show you why. My name's Tony Bonensegna. I'm the host and editor of Mountain Lodge Outdoors. I started hunting coyotes in 2014, and I've been behind everything from red lights and traditional glass optics to night vision up to the best thermal that there is. And by the end of this video, you're going to know why the ATN ThOR 6 LRF is the best thermal scope for coyote hunting in 2026. All right, guys, if you're anything like me, I'm not a big tech guy. I don't need all the bells and whistles on a scope. This thing has way more capabilities than personally I'm going to ever use, but I know a lot of you out there are way more tech savvy than me, and you can take advantage of a lot of these things. I'm going to run down through some stuff that I wrote down that I think you'll want to use, and then I'm going to show you the stuff that I use. First things first, it's right in the name, 640 by 512 sensor. Plain English, this is roughly 3 times the pixels of a 384. You're really going to get a sharp image out of this, especially at longer ranges. It's going to pick up that image quality when you really get out there and you're trying to tell what you're looking at. Now secondly, the SharpIR tech. I leave this on all the time. Some of you may, some of you may not. But what it's doing essentially is it's going to sharpen your edges and kind of boost contrast in real time. So when something's running at you, you're not losing that crisp image, and you're really going to see the difference between your target and everything that it's around. Now this next part is where some of you are going to get more use out of this than I am personally. It's your 3:24 magnification and zoom capabilities. Up here in Northwest Ohio, it is extremely flat. I am personally not taking shots over 200 yards simply because the danger to taking those longer shots and that round leveling out, there's just too many risks up here because you don't have the dirt backstops. You don't have things in the way as far as terrain to make sure that shot doesn't carry. So I'm not zooming in a whole bunch out here. I'm waiting for them to get in close, and some of you guys have the luxury of shooting a little farther. So you're going to take advantage of that 3-to-24 zoom. You can step through that zoom, or there is a smooth zoom function. Both have their place. I guarantee you some of you are going to use it. And when you combine that with the 50mm germanium lens, this thing's a powerhouse. It's got the capabilities to do some extraordinary things at extraordinary ranges. Just not something I put into use a whole lot because, like I said, up here, safe range is 200 yards. Now, do I have a couple of fields that I can take some longer shots? Yes, absolutely. Most of the time I don't. Now, the next thing we're getting into is the color palettes. There's 6 available color palettes with this scope, and I tend to stay with white hot, but wintertime when you're hunting those long nights from 5:30 p.m. to 5:30, 6 o'clock a.m., and your eye starts to get a little bit fatigued, it is nice to be able to switch it up and give yourself another color to look at, just another profile so that you can give it a rest, because the white hot does tend to exhaust the eye after 8 to 10 hours of hunting. Let's step through them here. First, we've got white hot. You can switch to black hot, iron red, alarm, green hot, or sepia. Now, like I said, I prefer white hot. It's just what I've always hunted with on the past thermal scopes that I've used. I have shot every generation of Thor that has come out. This thing right here, whole new ball game. This is a completely unique animal compared to the last Thor models. So, if you've shot the other ones, get ready for an adjustment because this is a leap forward. It's not a small step. Now, one last feature that is definitely one a lot of you guys are going to use that I personally won't take advantage of, the ballistic calculator. You can save up to 5 profiles in here, pop this thing off, put it on a different rifle, switch to the profile for that rifle, and you've got your ballistics already in there. I'm personally leaving this on this rifle for good, just because I'm not shooting long range up here. I'm not swapping rifles out. I usually have a scope for each rifle, and this is staying on this rig. But a lot of you, I know, you swap guns. The only time I'll be switching is when I go to New York and I've got to go to a bolt action. That ballistic calculator can really come in handy and save you a lot of time putting in range time, a lot of time. Ammo's not cheap. You don't want to be wasting rounds if you don't need to. If you can drop into your 243 profile when you've had it on a 223, switch it over, pop it on that rail, and take your first shot, and you're center punching, that saves you a lot. One last thing I wanted to mention, from the previous scopes to this one, play with your settings. The sensitivity, the contrast, brightness. This is definitely a less is more thing. They're very powerful. When you crank that sensitivity way up, it's person to person as to what you prefer. Find something that's visually appealing to you and that you want to hunt behind. Set those settings and leave them until the conditions change. It's going to take some playing around because, like I said, this is a whole new animal and it's just a little more sensitive. It really does the job tremendously, and you may overkill by going way up on the sensitivity or way up on the contrast when you really don't need to. Now guys, I can run you through all the tech stuff and all the smart features and the sensors and the germanium, this and that. If you're like me, you want to know 3 things. Is it tough? Being number 1. Yes, this thing is IP67 weatherproof. It's got a 6,000 joule recoil rating, so you can put this on a pretty darn big rifle. It's tough. It's going to hold up when you take it out there in the stuff that we go hunting in. It's going to hold up to the cold. It's going to hold up to the rain. It's going to hold up to frost, all of that stuff. 2, is it simple? Absolutely. And I'm talking as simple as any scope I've ever been behind. 3 buttons. 2 down here. Rangefinder, picture and record. Here's your menus. That's it. And these are nice big buttons. No more trying to get your gloves on and off. No more missing the moment because you don't get the record button hit. It's simple. And it doesn't get any simpler than a regular optic zoom, focus, everything you need. And 3, is it gonna last all night long? I turned this thing on, took it outside and left it sit, and just shy of 9 hours was when it went out. But that doesn't have to happen either, because now you've got your 18650s that are swappable. So you've got an internal battery and you've got your 18650s. So if you run everything out, swap that bad boy out and you just keep on going. 9 hours is not the limit. Bottom line, you add it all up. You take all the fancy stuff, all the stuff that I don't particularly use or understand, and you put it with the simple stuff that 75% of us are really looking for in a scope. This is the best thermal scope for hunting coyotes in 2026. There is not a single thermal scope on the market that puts all of the stuff we talked about into one optic. Now, there's a link in the description of this video. Check out your local dealer. Go to ATN. Pick you one up. I'm going to be taking this rig back out on Friday. It looks like the weather's going to behave. And I'm going to start taking you guys along a lot more often. So, like, subscribe, share this video around. We'll see you in the field. Stay safe. Keep straight.
Let me tell you about the place. Welcome to Mountain Lodge Outdoors, where we run this race.